So it's April 2nd. We finally got it, and here it is after the long, almost a year wait now. It's been 11 months. We finally see now what Super Megatron looks like. And we have confirmed information comes from the extremely reliable Japanese source of Snakis and his legendary blog that has been very useful throughout the years in the Transformer community, especially the Japanese community. It's going to be a Takara-Tomy Mall limited Generation Selects exclusive. It's going to be available for pre-order April 8th, and it looks amazing. And there's some things I want to talk about here that I did not expect. So first, let's talk about the robot mode, then we'll move to the alt mode, and then we'll just celebrate all of this. For people that don't know, again, who Super Megatron is, he was the main protagonist in the Battlestar's Return of Convoy series, which came after Transformers Zone, and it was the first time we had a Transformer series that did not have a animation to accompany it. Granted, Zone was just a one OVA offshoot, and then it was manga and story pages, but it was the same thing here. It was just a one manga and a whole bunch of story pages, and we have here Super Megatron, the reborn Galvatron who was frozen in ice in Headmasters, brought back to life by the Dark Nova, who is somehow related to the Vok. That's a whole other story. So let's talk about the robot mode first. So the first thing going on here, it's amazing how much retooling has been done here to recapture the animation model, or I guess we'll call it in this case the manga and story page model that existed prior to that. I love how the shoulders were done and how the little wing pieces exist. I love how the chest was done. I love how his cannon was done. The only thing that kind of is still a lingering effect of that original Titans Returns Galvatron mold is obviously his legs and feet. You could still see like the way that's done. I feel that there could have been probably an attempt to retool that lower half too, but I think maybe just the budget was like, look, we went to town on that upper half. The lower half, let's just call bygones be bygones and let it go. Because I think they could have retooled that whole lower half and got that more Gundam-looking lower half that the original manga model or story page model would have had. But, I mean, it looks amazing. I love how, everyone remembers that Titans Returns Galvatron, how no one loved how the way that Titan Master gimmick worked, that Headmaster gimmick with the half mask. All of that is gone. Brand new sculpted head, Megatron head, looks amazing. We get to that alt mode, and the emphasis to really get that jet alt mode, that jet gun, that crazy gun mode that this came from is all there. I love how they even have the little orange/yellow cockpit present. And here's the part, the wrinkle that really catches me. So Megatron was turned to Galvatron, was revived as Galvatron, became Super Megatron. Super Megatron gets his butt handed to him by Star Convoy. Dark Nova pretty much, I guess, reformats him again as Ultra Megatron. What's the difference between Super Megatron and Ultra Megatron? He had a lot more weapons, and added to his gun jet mode, he also had tank treads. What's interesting is this Super Megatron also has the tank treads that are kind of a leftover from, again, that Galvatron tooling. And it makes me wonder, is it going to be able to have both of them? Are you going to have a whole bunch of weapons that you could attach to him? Because you have those two ports that are on top of his shoulders. See where those missile racks are that are on his shoulders? You have two holes there, which you could attach any kinds of weapons and stuff that we've been getting through our recent Siege and Earthrise toys, the Battle Masters and everything. It makes me wonder if there's going to be stuff down the line that you could add to him to even make the Ultra Megatron. And so that's really cool. That's really cool. There's a lot of stuff going on here to consider the fact. And it looks like we're not only going to have a Super Megatron, but with some extra purchases after the fact, if not included also, and we just don't see it here, we might even get an Ultra Galvatron for this. Now, granted, we're not going to get a Star Giant. Star Giant is the final form where him and Dark Nova merge. Spoiler for people who haven't read that 30-plus-year-old story pages at this point. We're not going to get that. That's too much of a departure from this original design. But it's crazy what's going on here. I really like what I'm seeing here just by seeing those tank treads at the back that we didn't really kind of see with those teaser images we've been staring at for 11 months. And the last thing to announce is Snack has also shared a piece of manga. And it looks like there's once again, we're going to be getting some kind of Sakamoto manga to accompany this that is going to be coming from this Takara-Tomy Mall limited Generation Selects. So we're going to have a little bit of fiction too and continue that Battlestar story, and our Generation Select Star Convoy will finally have his antagonist that he could fight against finally. And this is incredible. This is incredible. I am so impressed by how well this turned out. The retooling on this looks incredible. And so April 8th, pre-orders are going to go up. If you have some way that you could get it directly from Japan, I would suggest that, because a lot of times, unfortunately, and I don't want to knock the stores, but a lot of time the stores, they're buying through that source and then they're upselling heavily and you're paying almost double. So try to find a source that could get it directly through Takara-Tomy's website, and then you could just enjoy this incredible thing. It's a Voyager scale with retooling that I have not seen since, again, the Die Atlas Sonic Bomber and Roadfire Generation Select set. So this is a piece of TF history that finally is happening, because this was a toy that was kind of supposed to happen, and then the tooling just it never happened, and then it ended like they used the tooling in the design, they retooled it like crazy, and they released it like more than 5-6 years later in Brave Dagwan as a character named Gun Kid or Gun Boy, depending on the translation. And yeah, we never got an official toy of him. So this is finally adding another piece of that G1 fiction, of that obscure G1 fiction, finally putting a toy with it and putting a hole in yet another character that didn't have a toy, in this case, for more than 25 years. So this is fabulous news. I'm so excited about this, and we're going to be getting a manga with it too. So let us rejoice, let us celebrate that Super Megatron and a potentially Ultra Megatron is going to be happening.